Yes. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight on the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave,
Wasn't that awesome? Good evening. Welcome. My name is Melissa Lloyd, and I am the very proud principal of Owen Intermediate School. We welcome you. Today is one of those great occasions when we get to celebrate our young people, their achievements, their perseverance, their successes as they grow up. It's one of those times where you can take a break and reflect, feeling good as a parent or a mentor, knowing that the kids you care about are doing just fine and they're on the right path. It's also important to recognize that these young people are moving on to the next stage of their adolescent development. Moving on to middle school will give them challenges that will be new, exciting, and maybe even a little daunting. It is a reminder to all of us who care about them that we need to support them so they can be their very best and live up to their potential. They will need our guidance and support. As they continue to grow, we will fine-tune a balancing act between letting them go a little bit to let them grow, as well as keeping a hand on them to guide them, right? Looking at pictures from last year, it's amazing to see how much they have physically grown. Just the other day, a student was looking at his picture, and he said to me, "Wow, I was so little. I can't believe I was that young." And I said, "Get used to it. You'll say that for the rest of your life." But it's been fun recently just talking with the students about their time at Owen. Together, we've met some goals and some challenges, as I said. Some we're still working on, and that's okay, because that's life, right? In a few moments, you will see your students come on stage and be presented to you by their teachers. Being up on this stage is a really big moment for them, one that we want them to feel good about. So we think it's important that every single name is heard. So to that end, we're asking that the students step forward as their names are called, and we as an audience, we're going to clap for them as a class at the end. We're so proud of them, and I join you in wishing them every joy and success at the next level. And with that, I present to you our first class.
Jordan, slide down. Slide down. Slide down a little bit. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You gotta squeeze everybody else so Jonathan can be seen. Keep going, keep going. There you go. Everybody see Jonathan okay? Looking out over here. Well, thank you very much for everybody coming tonight to celebrate a milestone in your child's young life. It's a big time for them to move up to McBride, which is the middle school, junior high, I'm not sure anymore. But anyways, this year has been a phenomenal year for me and these kids. This is my 30th year teaching, and I can honestly say, without a doubt, this is the nicest class I've ever taught. These kids, if I try to think of some words to describe them and as a whole, and I just came up with 5. As I was thinking before we came out here tonight, and I would say they're hardworking. 40% of my kids in math have gotten A's, all 3 card markings so far. Science, 42% of my kids, not just these kids, I'm talking Ms. Prisdale's class as well, have gotten A's, all 3 card markings so far. And so they are a hardworking group of kids, and they always put their best foot forward. They are helpful. Ms. McBride, what can I do? Ms. McBride, can I help you? Just very, very sincere and really trying always to help. They help each other out, and which makes my job a lot easier. Thoughtful. They're very responsible, getting their work in all the time, and just most of all, and most important to me, they are very kind. They are kind to each other, and I appreciate that more than anything. So, without further ado, I would just like to introduce the kids. Please hold your applause until they've all been recognized, and then we'll cheer them on a little bit. Jordan Ajabi, Justin Anderson, Kaylee Ashley, Morgan Bennett, Robert Boyer, Marissa Dean, Nathan Ennis, James Farr, Jana Fisher, Benjamin Galindez, Preston Gens, Marina Garrick, Denard Harvard, Ryan Hatcher, Brody Hill, Brooklyn Jones, Hannah Keller, Zachary Picaro, Wade Robinson, Kyle Roll, Micaiah Sampson, Maisie Shea, and Jonathan Wells. I give you the class of 2023. Ready to do your speech? Jordan? Thank you so much, everybody, for coming.
Good evening. Thank you for coming. I'll keep this brief. I always tell my students before a test, instead of saying good luck, I say, did you study? Then you'll do fine. Because I don't believe in luck, I believe in being prepared. So wherever your road takes you in life, be prepared. So you may go to Michigan State, you might go to Eastern Michigan, you might go to that school in Ann Arbor, Concordia. Be prepared. So now I'm going to introduce my homeroom. Austin Abdo, Jasmine Ray Anderson, Mackenzie Bailey, Chris Brooks, Nevaeh Gambles, Elise Hardesty, Anna Maria Hargos, Zakiya Hughes, Marcus Laboda. Let's see, Aiden is not here. Let's see. Makai Pettigrew, Hannah Prentice, Chris Radcliffe, Tatiana Steins, Mackenzie Tatum, Ariana Warren, Ryan Weiss, Giovanni Wells, Saraya Wilkins, Ashlyn Kinich.
Good afternoon. I am Mrs. Jasmine, and this is my group of sixth graders. I have had the pleasure of having these four for 2 whole years. Kamani is my responsible mother hen. Nick Porter is my old soul, always worried and curious. Jamal is my charming, kind, loving, sweet gentleman. And Sierra is my knowledgeable, intelligent girl. This is Mrs. Jasmine's class.
Good evening. My name is Ms. Watson, and this is my class, 6B. So I'm going to read off the names of these great students. The first student is Anaya Browning, Ashton Busby, Josephina Gardner, Devontae Hubbs, Crystal Kendrick, Brianna Landstrom, Ty Massengale, Jayla Morris, Emily Richardson, Alana Wafer, Anaya Stone Palmer, and last but not least, Isabella Williams. And I just want to say that it was a great pleasure having the opportunity to teach the students this year. It has been a journey. This is my first year with Belleville Public Schools, and although I've been teaching for 9 years, This class has really been an encouragement to me to try something new and to work at it until it becomes easier. So Mrs. Lloyd says something every day during our morning announcements, and that resonated and always resonates with me. And she says, "On Tigers, do the right thing even when no one's looking." And so I can say that I'm proud to have taught this class. Antonio Scott Sykes is the last student. Let's give him a hand. And I just want to say that you all are great students, that you are going to go far. You are very talented and creative, and I love you.
What a good-looking bunch of children you guys made there. Congratulations, that's great. All right. Okay, my name is Mr. Krug. I had the honor of teaching these young individuals for 1 year of my life, and I'm honored to do that. During this year, we learned math by doing a seesaw outside. We studied the formation of rocks using marshmallows and chocolate. We even did some volcanoes by having exploding pop, and a couple lizards and animals and different things happening. But tonight, more importantly, I want to take the opportunity to congratulate my students, and they are the class of 2023. And again, I had honor working with all you guys. Keep up your good study habits. Pray that you concentrate and put your education first. And I wish you the best of what life has to offer in your future years at McBride and Belleville High School. Congratulations, my class. Thank you. Yeah, some timers is getting kind of bad, as you can see. All right. I did that purposely for a laugh. Okay, step forward, please, my wonderful class. DeAndre Adams. DeAndre's not here. Okay, Alyssa Blake. Cheyenne Borders. Michaela Cordell. Markel D. Jarnett. Casey Gordon. Cadence Handback, Jonathan Hunter, Keewan Houston, Kendall Malone, Mark McElwee, Kayla Moore, Brianna Norden, Malcolm Page, Lily Sowers, Sky Stone Street, Monica Trevina, and last but not least, Kimberly Waldrew. Now thank you very much.
Good evening. Thank you. I wanted to tell you about my class. It has been such an honor to work with these wonderful children this year and their wonderful parents. And I've been teaching for 30 years, and I can honestly say that every day is not an easy day with us. I'm a little crazy, and sometimes they are too. But this has been one of the best years I've ever had, and I'm really, really proud of these kids. Thank you. It is an honor for me to present them to you. Please hold your applause to the end. Jada Ajabi, Kirsten Baranek, Sean Blockton, Maxim Clark, Isabella Combs, Ayana Coward-Thomas, Lexis Cozart, Xander Fonda, Jada Fountain, Demarion Gilliam, Olivia Holmes, Michael Hurst, Dylan Larkin, Lucas Lieb, Adriana Martinez, Kylie Potter, Ryan Rabeau, Krishna Sharma, Rachel Shaw, Richard Sloan, Kaylee Terry, Sierra Thompson, Joshua Vargas, Tabitha Vinson, Lavon Washington, Caitlin Woodall. Congratulations.
Good evening. Welcome to Ms. Brazil's sixth grade homeroom. A couple things before I read the names. I just want to say to all the parents, thank you for all your support in raising such wonderful kids, because they have been amazing. I'm not going to lie, we've had ups and downs. It goes with the job, it goes with being a 12-year-old. But they are amazing kids, and they deserve to be recognized. So most of them got awards this morning, and hopefully they showed them to you when they got home. If not, they will tonight. So thank you to my students as well for giving a good year, for behaving, for working hard, for doing well in testing, for dealing with my moods, and dealing with computers and all that fun stuff. Okay? So thank you very much. Okay, I'd like to recognize all my wonderful students here. So Amira Abbasi, step forward and stay there, please. Odin Albert. Autumn Berkheiser. Austin Cameron. Grace Donabauer. Laith Elian. Kayla Flange. Jaden Garrett. David Grievous, Ethan Hardy, Derek Hinton, Peyton Mann, Sophia Melodosian, Chloe Peterman, Aaron Rizzo, Karasi Roberson, Camden Rodriguez, Ellie Russell, Adi Seminini, Tia Salisbury, David Walton, Kendall Williams, and Michael Yarborough. Congratulations, you guys. Have fun in 7th grade, and thank you again.
Good evening. I'm Mrs. Maloser. And first, I would like to thank you for sharing your children with me. This year, I hope that I've taught my students to look at their education not as a series of tasks and tests, but as an opportunity that will lead them to future success. Without further ado, I would like to introduce my 2016-2017 homeroom. Jackson Adams, Adonis Adolph, Kendall Baldwin Young, Alyssa Bratt, Tavion Browning, Brielle Diaz Fernandez, Samantha Duff, Amira English, Sophie Harkle, Kobe Harris, India Kearney and Asia Kearney, Anthony Martinez, Jabari Moore, Aaron Neal, Jaden Putman, Evan Sills, Josh Smith, Jayla Vasquez, and Kavan Webb.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mr. Wesley, and this is my class. All right. Before I give the promotion part, I just want to say that this year has marked a very challenging year for my class and the parents of my students. I did not begin the academic year, and I was left with the challenge of replacing an outstanding teacher, Mr. Fields. Our class went through so many transitions this year, and as a way to have students cope with this change, I let them express themselves. And sometimes I regret that decision, but I let them express themselves anyway. Amen. I sound like I'm going to church, don't I? Some told me how much they did not like me. Some conspired to get me fired. Some tried to find reasons, any reason at all, to get me in trouble. And I think I set a record for the most parent complaints during my first 2 weeks at school. But nevertheless, I wanted them to express themselves. I wanted them to express how they felt about this change. And nevertheless, we all pressed forward day after day until there was a positive change. And so I'm very proud to present my class, and as well as Mr. Cruz's class, which is my other class that I was able to teach, not only as students promoted from one grade level to another, but as future leaders of change. With the transition of going from one teacher to another, it marks a reflection of things to come in their future. My hope is that my class will reflect upon this moment and remember it well. They should remember that they have the mindset to deal with change in a very positive way. And I just want to let you know that I love you. I will always be upfront and honest with you, whether you like it or not. And I have a vested interest in your future. And most important, I believe in you. So keep on with the keeping on, and keep on a positive road. I just want to say congratulations on your 7th grade promotion. I'll read the names now. Talia Bell, Tajon Bryant, Lauren Calhoun, Travis Campbell, Morgan Cates, Jordan Clark, Ryan Diltz, Julian Drake, Tavia George, Nyla Hooper, Angel Hughes, Kendra Mitchell, Michael Myers, you all cut it out, Gerard Noel, Liliana Olatunji, Jasmine Smith, Jalea Starr, Chloe Seisher, Kenyon Taylor, Connor Thomas, Aiden Wallace, and Trenton Washkovich. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm Mrs. Maxwell, and I am especially pleased and proud to present my class, the class of 2016, 2017, and this is my class, some of them. I'd like to start off with Kylie Adams, Eric Daniels, Markayla Desjarnais, Jalea Hamilton, Ryan Lacey, Aaliyah Malone, Alina Nicholson, Olivia Payne, Jay Powell, Mackenzie Simon, Vanessa Sloan, Gregory Thomas, Shannon Van Dalen, and Jeremiah Warren. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jean Smith, and I have had the opportunity this year to get to know this great group of young people. I wish them the best of luck next year at McBride. Jasmine Ajabi, Cameron Bland, Keandre Bowe, Lyndia Edwards, Grace Gorenflow, Kevin Grant, Rachel Green, Amara Holmes, Maurice Jacobs, Paul Mayfield, Anissa Munoz, Chelsea Powell, Anaya Simmons, George Smith, Alexis Stanley, Madison Waldrop, Javon Williams, and Liana Rose Young. Go that way.
Good evening. I'm Sarah Cook, and I have really enjoyed working with this group of individuals. I wish them the best of luck next year at McBride. I am now proud to present my 2016-2017 homeroom. Christina Armstrong, Simon Berry, Xander Bratz, Anaya Brown, Alyssa Buckenberger, Drake Clemens, Braylon Crowder, Jessica Cunningham, Seth Elliott, Delaney Gotts, Aaron Helton, Javari Holiday, Jordan Lacey, Abriana Nasir, Alex Patton, Sammy Powsey, Desmond Porter, Isabella Ronquillo, Raven Simmons, and Zachary Sykes. Congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Jennifer Lang, and I am standing behind me is a group of students that I got to teach this year. I've watched them mature into young men and women that have made me extremely proud. I wish them the best of luck in their future. Please help me in acknowledging this wonderful group of almost 7th graders. Layla Acosta, Sydney Capers, McKinley Date, Kiara Francis, Robin LaParish Jones, Allison Lewis, Alex Major, Warren Means, Caitlin Mezzo, Quasi Moore, Nazri Pagis, Brooke Powell, Marissa Russell, Cody Sykes, Kai Turman, Amanda Wilson, and Devin Yeoman. Thank you.
At this time, we're going to have a slideshow photo montage of our sixth grade class as they enter for a special surprise for all of you. Good evening. I often get asked this question, or I ask the students this question. I ask them, why are you here? I'm looking to learn. But we really need to ask ourselves the point of learning. What is the point of learning? What's the point of education? And I love this quote by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He said that the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education. Dr. King's words are important, especially as we get closer to the end of the school year. Dr. King challenges us to think intensively and critically. Thinking intensively means that we think hard about things, that we don't just accept what is easy and give up on what is hard. If something is easy to do, then it means that you're just practicing. If it's difficult, that means that you are learning. That means we put extra effort into thinking hard about new things. The other part of thinking is to think critically. That means to look beyond the new things that you are learning, to connect your learning to what you already know, to what your own experiences are, and to create new meaning for what you are learning. As we learn and grow, Dr. King teaches us to use our knowledge for the good of all people. He reminds us to not ignore character. As Mrs. Lloyd often says, and students, feel free to follow, you can say this one too if you've heard this one, not that you've heard it at all. Owen Tigers do... Right, Owen Tigers do the right thing, even when no one is looking. Integrity is one of the most important parts of a person's character. Integrity is how we know whether a person can be trusted or not. Integrity is holding yourself to the same standard you expect from others. And it's not easy to live a life of integrity. It's not something that you can just choose to do when and where you want. Integrity is a choice that's 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. But unfortunately, not one of us makes it perfectly. We all make mistakes. We all fall short sometimes. Does that mean we fail? Does that mean we should just give up? Another piece of great advice comes from basketball legend Michael Jordan. I love this quote. He said, "I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost almost 300 games. 26 times I have been trusted to take the game-winning shot, and I have missed. I have failed over and over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." We all fall short. Greatness is achieved when you fall short, pick yourself back up again, and go. I was observing a class yesterday in which the students were working hard at a challenging task. Every single student failed on the first attempt at the task. They wanted to give up, but they were encouraged to try by their teacher. The first student succeeded on his third attempt. The final student succeeded on her sixth try. By the time the lesson was done, all of the students had succeeded. And the teacher, Mrs. Neubauer, wisely brought to attention the fact that all had failed at the start, and that in the end, all succeeded because they had learned from their mistakes and tried again. So today I challenge the students standing, the sixth grade students, to go after your learning in the way that Dr. King advised. Think hard, think critically, and understand that developing your own character is a part of your learning. And please remember Mrs. Lloyd's guidance for character and being a person of dignity or integrity. Do the right thing no matter who is watching. Don't change who you are being raised to become, who you want to be, so that you can fit in with somebody else's idea of what's cool or what somebody else thinks is successful. We are almost done with this school year, and we have accomplished a lot. But your learning is not done. Remember that if it's easy, then you're practicing. If it's hard, then you are learning. Remember to keep taking your shots when it gets tough. You will find success not because things become easy, but because the mistakes you are courageous enough to make are the stepping stones to achieving whatever greatness lies ahead of you. It has been a tremendous honor to get to know you over the last 2 years. I recently told Mr. Leroy, the principal at McBride Middle School, that he was looking at 2 years of great students between our amazing 5th grade and our phenomenal 6th grade that is in front of you. Miss Capsia told me just yesterday that her homeroom might just be her favorite homeroom that she's ever had in all her years of teaching. See, 6th graders, this is how we talk about you behind your back. You guys remind me daily of why I became an educator. And you need to know, 6th graders, that you have made it so easy to know why educators fall in love with kids every single day. Thank you. Mr. Krug, can you have your students come up? Our 6th graders have been working on a little treat for you. As soon as our 6th graders on the stage are ready, I think they'll be ready to demonstrate their treat for you tonight.
If we could begin the next slideshow or song. Sixth graders, are you ready? Wow, that was amazing. And thank you, whoever released that balloon. It was a wonderful, wonderful symbol of what they were just singing about. So, let me have your attention for just a few minutes more. We have a great way to dismiss your students. Students, I'm so excited about the message that you were sent today. To all of the wonderful things I've heard, I'll just say this. Whenever we think about how we face different challenges, there are about 8 steps, right? I won't do it. I can't do it. I want to do it. How do I do it? I'll try to do it. I can do it. I will do it. Yes, I did it. Okay? So making the choice to believe in yourself will help you realize your potential. Choose to be safe, responsible, and respectful. And remember, Owen Tigers. Good luck in 7th grade. That's right. You deserve it. Parents, before you get up, parents, I'm asking that you not get up yet. I would like for the children to leave safely. So I'm asking parents to stay. I'm going to dismiss them to a certain spot so you know where to go to pick them up. Teachers, please keep your classes together and take your signs.